In the depths of the Ural Mountains, where the veil of winter shrouded the landscape in an impenetrable cloak of snow and ice, a sense of foreboding settled over the frozen wilderness like a specter, as if the very mountains themselves were warning of an impending doom that would soon unfold, claiming the lives of 9 unsuspecting hikers. The year was 1959, and the world was still reeling from the aftermath of war. But for a group of 9 seasoned hikers and mountaineers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, the call of adventure and the allure of the unknown proved too great to resist, drawing them to the unforgiving landscape like moths to a flame, driven by an insatiable thirst for exploration and discovery. Led by the experienced and charismatic Igor Dyatlov, the group consisted of seasoned athletes, engineers, and scientists, each with their own unique skills and motivations, but all sharing a common bond, a passion for the outdoors and a desire to push beyond the boundaries of human endurance into the very heart of the wilderness. As they embarked on their expedition, the group was filled with a sense of optimism and anticipation, their spirits buoyed by the promise of adventure and the thrill of the unknown. But little did they know, their journey would soon take a dark and sinister turn, one that would leave behind a trail of mystery and intrigue that would haunt the world for decades to come. Discovered weeks later, the group's abandoned tent, ripped open from the inside, would be the first sign of the horror that had unfolded, a chilling testament to the terror that had gripped the hikers in their final moments, as they fought to escape the clutches of some unknown and malevolent force that had descended upon them, leaving behind only the faint whispers of a desperate struggle for survival. Discovered at dawn, the hikers' bodies were found scattered across the mountain, their twisted forms a grim testament to the unforgiving power of nature, with some exhibiting bizarre injuries that seemed to defy explanation, including internal injuries without any external trauma, leaving investigators to ponder the cause of such inexplicable brutality. As detectives delved deeper into the mystery, they found that one of the hikers was radioactive, a revelation that sent shockwaves through the investigation, sparking theories of military experiments gone wrong and clandestine nuclear tests that might have exposed the group to lethal levels of radiation, raising more questions than answers about the events leading to their demise. The group's tent was found ripped open from the inside, as if the hikers had fled in a state of panic, their belongings and gear still intact, but their footprints disappearing into the darkness, leaving behind only the faintest whispers of their final moments and the haunting question of what could have driven them to such desperation. Investigations revealed that the hikers had been experienced adventurers, well-equipped and prepared for the challenges of the mountain, yet they seemed to have been no match for the forces that ultimately claimed their lives. And as the truth about their final hours remained shrouded in mystery, the incident became a grim reminder of the unforgiving nature of the wilderness. Years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries of the 20th century, with numerous theories attempting to explain the strange circumstances surrounding the hikers' deaths, from Yeti attacks to military experiments. Yet the truth behind the tragic events of that fateful night continues to elude us, leaving behind only the haunting legacy of 9 lives lost in the vast and mysterious expanse of the mountain. Discovered in the depths of the Ural Mountains, the Dyatlov group's abandoned campsite told a haunting tale of a desperate and frenzied exit, with tent fabric ripped from the inside out, and footsteps leading off into the darkness, as if something had driven them out into the freezing wilderness with little more than the clothes on their backs. As investigators delved deeper into the mystery, They found the hikers' journals and photographs, which revealed a group of experienced and enthusiastic adventurers, documenting their journey with meticulous detail, yet offering few clues as to what had led to their tragic demise, leaving behind a haunting sense of normalcy turned horrific. The Soviet investigation, shrouded in an impenetrable veil of secrecy, only served to exacerbate the enigma, with officials seizing the hikers' belongings and refusing to disclose any information, fueling a maelstrom of speculation and conspiracy theories, as the truth behind the Dyatlov group's fate remained stubbornly elusive, lost in a labyrinth of bureaucratic obfuscation. Discovered at the campsite, a series of cryptic notes and sketches etched into the trees seemed to hint at a sense of growing unease and disquiet among the group, as if they had begun to feel a malevolent presence lurking just beyond the edge of perception, watching and waiting, its intentions unknown, yet unmistakable in its menace. As the investigation continued, the authorities found themselves confronting a baffling array of inconsistencies and unexplained phenomena, from strange lights in the sky to reports of Yeti sightings, all of which seemed to coalesce into a singular, inescapable truth: that the Dyatlov group had stumbled into something inexplicable and paid the ultimate price for their curiosity, leaving behind a legacy of terror and awe. Shrouded in mystery, the Dyatlov Pass incident has spawned a multitude of theories, each attempting to unravel the enigma of the hikers' tragic demise, with some speculating the involvement of Yetis and wild animals, while others propose more sinister explanations, such as military experiments and alien encounters, all of which have contributed to the case's enduring fascination. Discovered in the aftermath of the incident, bizarre injuries and unusual radiation readings have fueled speculation about the role of paranormal activity, with some investigators suggesting that the group may have inadvertently stumbled upon a mysterious, otherworldly phenomenon, one that ultimately sealed their fate and left behind a trail of unanswered questions. Theorists have long proposed that the Soviet military may have been conducting clandestine experiments in the area, potentially involving lethal force, and that the hikers, unwittingly, had stumbled into the midst of this covert operation, raising questions about the extent of government involvement and the true nature of the incident. Delving deeper into the realm of speculation, some have suggested that the hikers may have encountered extraterrestrial beings, with the bizarre circumstances of their deaths serving as evidence of an otherworldly encounter, an idea that, while intriguing, remains firmly in the realm of science fiction, awaiting concrete evidence to substantiate such claims. As the years have passed, the Dyatlov Pass incident has become a cultural phenomenon, captivating the imagination of theorists and investigators worldwide, each attempting to provide a definitive explanation for the tragedy. Yet, despite the plethora of theories, the case remains a profound enigma, with the truth, much like the hikers themselves, lost in the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Russian wilderness. Discovered deep within the Ural Mountains, the Dyatlov group's abandoned campsite was a chilling testament to the terror that had unfolded, with tent fabric torn from the inside out, as if the hikers had been desperate to escape some unseen horror that lurked in the darkness, their footsteps vanishing into the trees like whispers of the damned. The hikers' own photographs and journals, painstakingly pieced together by investigators, revealed a sense of foreboding that had been growing among the group, their written accounts of strange lights and sounds echoing through the wilderness like the whispers of restless spirits, each entry a haunting reminder of the terror that was to come. Local residents, who had grown accustomed to the rugged beauty of the Urals, spoke of the strange occurrences that had been plaguing the area, their voices laced with a mix of fear and fascination as they recounted tales of unexplained lights and sounds, like the howling of wolves, that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the forest, a primal warning that something was amiss. Autopsy reports, painstakingly detailed and clinical, revealed the gruesome extent of the hikers' injuries, their bodies battered and bruised as if they had been subjected to some kind of savage and inhuman force, the official explanations faltering in the face of the overwhelming evidence, like a dam straining to hold back a flood of unanswered questions. As the investigation unfolded, a sense of unease began to settle over the team, like a shroud cast over the proceedings, their every move and decision scrutinized by an unseen presence, the hikers' deaths hanging in the balance as the search for answers delved deeper into the heart of the mystery, and the darkness that lurked within threatening to consume them all. As the years have gone by, the Dyatlov Pass incident has only deepened in mystery, with its dark allure captivating the imagination of people worldwide, drawing them into a labyrinth of unexplained events and inexplicable fatalities, forever changing the face of mountaineering and wilderness exploration. Discovered at dawn, the hikers' abandoned tent had been ripped from the inside, as if something had driven them to flee in a state of utmost panic, leaving behind a cryptic trail of clues that would haunt investigators for decades, fueling an insatiable hunger for truth and understanding. With each new investigation and discovery, the truth behind the Dyatlov Pass incident has slipped further away, like sand between fingers, leaving behind only an unsettling sense of unease, and an unshakable feeling that the true horror of that fateful night may never be fully comprehended, lost forever in the harsh and unforgiving vastness of the Russian wilderness. As the last remnants of the hikers' final days were painstakingly pieced together, a disturbing narrative of fear, confusion, and ultimately, tragic demise began to emerge, like a ghostly apparition rising from the frozen landscape, forever etched in the collective consciousness of adventure seekers and mystery enthusiasts alike. Today, the Dyatlov Pass incident stands as a grim reminder of the awe-inspiring power of nature and the fallibility of human endeavor, an indelible testament to the enduring allure of the unknown, and a haunting tribute to the 9 young lives that were so abruptly and inexplicably extinguished, lost in the frozen vastness of the Ural Mountains, their memory frozen in time.